Good morning. Hello, everybody. I'm just sharing it out. Hello, hello. Who's here? I see we have two, but I don't see anybody saying anything. So I'm just going to assume that you are listening. And let me send it to some of the groups. Okay. That's enough of that. Hello, hello. And thank you for joining in this morning on Wednesday. Wonderful Wednesday. Wow Wednesday, whatever you wish to call it. Deirdre calls it Hump Day. So let's get her in here so she can say that to us. Good morning, Blue. Thank you for jumping in and joining me. There's our Deirdre. I was just talking about you, so you must have heard me. I'm going to grab my cuppa over here and cheers, everybody. What a gorgeous morning it is here in Crystal River, I think is where I'm at. It's just beautiful. I was able to go sit out on the balcony and watch the sunrise and just be blessed by all the beauty that's out there and all of nature, the beautiful birds. I had a crane that came by to visit me. Good morning, Josie. And hello, hello, Ricky. Come on in. Arg, the pirate. All right, let's go into our hearts. So, hand on your heart space. And slow down that breathing. Bring that energy right to your very core of you. And release it out, relaxing your body, relaxing everything, scooching away all of those to-dos and all those things that are nagging at you in your head. And then breathe it in again. Breathe in love, breathe in light, breathe in joy, and release. One more time, breathing it in deeply and slowly, just connecting in with you. Who are you? Find that inside of yourself. Find your core being and just say, good morning, I love you. Thank you, God, for another day alive. Because there are no guarantees. Oh, I see all you beautiful people flowing in here. Good morning, our sweet Leo. Good morning, Julie Kiss. And thank you, Blue, for calling in all of our peeps. Good morning, Sally and Tony. What a beautiful, beautiful morning together. It is Wednesday. It's our prayer day. So bring your prayers. If there's something on your heart, some person, or maybe it's yourself, and let's lift you up today. We've got Kuan Yin all ready to talk to us. Let me see what the angels had to say last night. Lessons from Toby Keith. Let me get it here where I can. Come on. There you go. Cooperate with me this morning. Oh, you go back to the eye doctors today, Deirdre. Well, we'll be right there with you, holding your hand. Good morning, Kathy Hand. All right, lessons from Toby Keith. Sing your song. Writing is not work. In fact, there's nothing better. Writing is something that if the music business went completely away tomorrow, radio stations quit existing and music quit being popular, and it was old hat, I would still write songs. And that is from Toby Keith. I got in my car today to leave South Florida and headed to the West Coast to meet up with my dear friend Ruth. The radio came on as the car started, and I heard the news that country singer Toby Keith had passed away the night before. Toby had stomach cancer, and we watched as he bravely fought for each day alive. He was one of my favorite singers because he sang with passion. He shared that he wrote every day, and then at the end of the year, he chose which songs to record from his writing. That is the kind of dedication that makes a great writer and performer. He wrote about everyday things that happened, and his songs told stories. I guess you can say that he's my hero in that regard. I also love to write and tune in to what is important in life. As another popular musician has written, Toby, go rest high on that mountain. Boy, your time on earth is done. Dear angels, we know that our time on earth will end at some point. We are only here for a minute in the grand scheme of things. I feel it's important for us to give our all in the time we have here. I admire those who live their passion, fulfill their purpose, and are tuned in to their path. Dr. Wayne Dyer said, "Don't die with your music still inside you." I'm so glad that Toby let his music out for us to enjoy, and I pray that we can all express ourselves freely as he did. Dear ones, every one of you is a superstar, whether you have written, sung, or just shown up. Open up to your song. When you speak, do it from your heart. You are not here to mimic anyone else, so be your own unique self. Go all in as you live your life. That will show you your purpose. That fire that's burning inside of you is your soul energy wanting to be expressed. Honor that. Live that. Don't wait for someone to tell you who and what you are. Dig inside. And when you hit that wellspring of golden lava flowing in your belly, you can then let it flow forth from you. You are a divine being of love and light. Be that in the world and do not live in the shadow of anyone else. When you are touched by those who so brilliantly live their purpose, it's because you are recognizing that same passion and fire inside of you. Let it be. Dear angels, thank you. I promise to always let the fire inside come forth and flow into the world. And I pray that we all do that we can honor ourselves just like we honor those that we see in the world that make such a difference in our lives. And Toby was one of my favorite musicians. He was always Toby. He never was any other persona. He didn't cave in to criticism or to anybody that might have something to say that um, they disagreed with him or his beliefs or what he stood for. And I admire that. I admire people that can stay strong throughout every storm, no matter what's going on. You just be you and just let it be. So let's see who came in. Kathleen Caputo. Good morning, sweet Kathleen. I'm so happy to see you here. And yeah, that was the first thing I heard before I drove out of the driveway at Joanne's yesterday. I'm like, oh, okay, time to just reflect and remember, because that's what we do when someone leaves us in their physical being. We just remember them and hold the memories in our heart. Good morning, Charlie Coons. Good morning, Auntie Jean. And Blue says, oh my God, Teri, it must be a very important day. Lulu is here. It is an important day. It's Wednesday, and every day is a biggie. So enjoy it. Enjoy this day. And hi, sweet Lulu. I love you very much. Mary Crincoli is here, and Hope. Oh, hello, Iyana. Thank you for turning this on so that Hope can be with us this morning. And it is prayer day, so we go over all the names of the people we're lifting up, and Hope, you are very lifted up every day here with us Peas. We love you immensely. So Leo says, that hits home. I guess the angels really wanted me to hear this message. That's why they woke me up on time. Thank you, angels, and thank you, Teri. Oh, sweet Leo. I thought of you actually, Leo, after the message came through from the angels. And I thought, Leo, you have such brilliant, brilliant music. And the words that are inside of you are so touching and so beautiful. Let them out. Let them come out and play. All right, so I'm going to see what Kuan Yin has to say about all of this. And it is, love makes all things possible. Take your time, commit to your inner journey, and don't give up. The Divine Mother is always there. Success will be yours. Ah, I love that message. And yes, yes, yes. Keep on keeping on, because your voice is needed. That's for all of us. Our voice needs to be expressed. We need to say the things that are inside of us. And like Dr. Dyer said, don't die with that story, that song, that poem, that writing, that expression of love. Don't keep that inside. Let it out. Let it out. Let it be heard. Let it be seen. And I loved the image that came up from the angels of hot lava flowing in our bellies. That's the passion. That's when you really know that you're in touch with who you are, and that you're seeing you're seeing your spirit living in its brilliance here on earth. Catherine DeSanti, good morning. And thank you, Deirdre, for our daily prayer for all humans, for Gaia and all who live on her back, for world peace, attention to human trafficking, and support for parents of addicted children. Thank you, darling. And Leo says, sometimes I want to die, but I know that won't happen until I let the music inside of me come out. That's the only thing that gives me purpose. It's a big purpose. And I know, Leo, you have touched so many lives just in this family, our beautiful spirit family. We thrive every day when that song comes on. So thank you. Thank you for giving from your heart. Blue says, the Fae told me it feels like another big exodus from the planet is arriving soon, though our sweet friends don't quite get the time thing, so soon is relative. It really is. Yeah, I agree. It's an interesting phenomena of what really happens when we start seeing, especially seeing the people that have such an influence in the world, those that touch our lives, and we see them start to pass. And it's usually in threes. That's what I've noticed as a pattern throughout time. So it'll be interesting to see what who else wants to go and play in the big field and sing on the big stage. And Sally said, this is week 3. If early morning spiritual lessons, they always come with my first cup of coffee. Oh, sweet one. My first cup of coffee too. So cheers to everyone having your cuppa, whatever it may contain. Just fill it up with some love here at the Morning Cuppa Joy and bring it totally full into your heart, that you are loved, you are worthy, you matter. Every thought, every word, every action that you do matters. And thank you for being here. Thank you for showing up today. And Kathy said, last night I had a dream that there was an extra 17,000 in my bank account. Wouldn't that be nice? I've been seeing the numbers 1 and 7 a lot. Could I pick page 17 of the tiny book? Well, you most certainly can, my dear. And wouldn't it be great if? I do that all the time, Kathy. Wouldn't it be great if I opened up my bank account and there was $17,000 that I didn't know I had? Wouldn't it be great if I was blessed by the universe with this amazing blessing of abundance? So, page 17 it is. And anybody else that wants to pick a page, we'll do a couple before we do the prayers. So, page 17 says, "Rise up, lift your head, and search your soul for strength. Out of the ashes, a phoenix will rise. When you bond together, you rise together. Let each new struggle breathe life into that phoenix." Oh, Kathy Hand, I believe that message was definitely for you. And rise up. Really see yourself as that powerful, that you're rising up from the ashes. Whatever that fire is that's burning something in you, just see yourself really floating up above. And Sally, it's in threes. Yeah, it usually does come in threes, so it'll be interesting to see what happens. And Sally says, "Prayers for the lost, lonely, forgotten, hungry, and homeless. Let's share these prayers with our families as well." Absolutely. Hello, Darlene from Michigan. Thank you for being here. Sally wants page 22, as twos have been your numbers lately. Good morning, our miracle Marlene. Thank you for being with us. So let me turn to page 22 and see what the tiny book has to say. And we don't do card readings on here, Darlene. Sometimes in the morning we have time to pull a message from the tiny book of angel messages that the angels have given us and are getting ready to give us a new one. I'm hoping to work on that some this week. Maybe I can get Dr. Ruth to help me with it. We'll put a bug in her ear for that. Good morning, Annie 7. Page 22. Accepting yourself as you are will lead you to seeing everything about you as perfect. Stop judging yourself so harshly. Lighten up and laugh with your image, and then look once more and see your beauty. You are a magnificent being of love and light. There are no mistakes. Allow yourself to be beautiful in your eyes. You certainly are that to us and to all divinity. Oh, sweet Sally and Tony. I hope that hit a chord. I hope that that message goes deep into your heart for you to look at and see your beauty. Just accept it. Accept, align, allow that you are a beautiful being of love and light, because you certainly are. And Darlene, you saw 55. Okay, well, we'll go to 55. It was 55 degrees. Well, it's 45 where I'm at here in Florida. So I think you're a little warmer than we are, actually. But what a beautiful morning. I went out and stood out on the balcony, and I wrapped up in my little blankie, of course, because I'm a Floridian and we get cold really easily. So I'll read from page 55, Darlene. Auntie Jean says, "Leo, music is the math and the pattern of the universe. Your purpose is to be light to the world and the ambassador of music to us all. We are so blessed to have you in our family and in our lives." Absolutely, we are. Thank you, Auntie Jean. And Kathy says, "That turns out to be one of my favorite messages. Rise up like a phoenix." Absolutely, Kathy. You were meant to hear that this morning before you toddle into work. And I hope it's a beautiful day at work for you. Sally says it goes perfectly with the spiritual lessons this week started off with. And oh, you're so welcome. And Darlene, oh, it's 29 right now. I would like to be in Florida. Well, Florida's kind of chilly right now. My friend, Dr. Ruth Anderson, is here from Colorado with her sister, and we're just going to hang out for a few days. We're hoping to have a manatee sighting or more, one or more. And I was already out looking at the canal that this house is on. Just beautiful, beautiful energy. And I think we're going to see some of those sea cows, the gentle giants of the water. I believe that we're going to have manatee sightings this week and hopefully today. Good morning, Brookie and Dylan and Sweet Max. What a great day. Thank you all for being here. We have a great amount of people tuned in today, and I love that. All right, so let's do page 55 for Darlene. Before I do that, Leo says, Jean Lorio, you are right, Auntie Jean. That's why the music math only counts to 8, because 8 is infinity, like the universe. I'm not the best at math, but I feel so blessed. Music math comes so easily to me. It does, and it shows in your songs, Leo, how beautiful your message is that flows from you. So keep singing, my friend. All right, 55 says, which one is it? Dear ones, if something is felt so deeply in your heart, then there is a reason that burden was placed there. If something is touching you, then step away and look at it and observe it. And that's what we do when we really learn our lessons. We are the observer of that lesson. When we're going through the fire, it feels hot. It feels like, we can't get too close to it or we'll burn. But once we've gone through that, or through the majority of the lesson, we can just step away. I love the acronym WAIT. What am I thinking? So as you look at your situation and you look at what's touching you and what's burning inside of you, just ask yourself, what am I thinking? And what do I need to know about this? And do some exploring. Look at it and see, does this touch me? Does this fill my heart with some energy? Whether that's joy or release, whatever it might be, it's there for a reason. And look at our Jim or Sean coming in. Good morning, and much love to you. Are you with our Blue Jean by any chance? I know that you were on your way to visit her yesterday, so I hope you're still there. And if you are, please give her a big, big, big hug from me and from all of us P's. So if there's one more, we'll do one more of the messages from the tiny book. If not, we'll go right into the prayers. So let me put that up on the screen for you to type in your prayer request. And this could be for yourself. It could be for a loved one. It could be for a place. Maybe there's a place that's on your heart right now, and you just want us to help wrap our arms around that and lift it up. I know California is in much need of our prayers right now. They're really going through a lot, you guys. The storms, the rain, the flooding, everything that's happening out there right now, it's huge. So if you could, please keep them in your prayers. And prayers for our Kathleen, of course, for you to come to complete health with your eyes. And I'm so glad that you're halfway done. You got one eye done, and glad that it's going well with being able to see. And Jim, you'll be seeing her a little later. So yes, please give her big, big hugs from us. And Darlene, something has been heavy on your heart. Well, just hold that energy as we go into our prayers. We have a long prayer list, so I always review it with you every Wednesday. That's our thing, so we can remember every day who we're praying for. And Darlene, we can add you to that prayer list if you would like. I've got it queued up already, but after the show, I can add you so it'll be on there going forward. And Blue says, Teri, I think I asked the other day to put Carol on our prayer list, though I'm not certain. Yes, you did. Um, I can't remember if I revised it after you said that, but I can go in and do that after. I've already got it, like I said, queued up to play. So I'll do it after this show. I'll make sure that Carol's on the list. Bill Smith, I believe, is on there, Kathy, but we'll check that when it gets to the end. And Sally says, I've been having a ton of weather related visions lately. They've been so crazy and feel so real. There's a lot happening. Yeah, there really is. There's a lot going on with weather and a lot going on with conflict, with things that are happening in the world, of discord and disharmony. So let's just, let's just hold up all those places where there are things going on. And every day we pray for world peace. At 1:11, we do a meditation online that for 10 million for world peace. We come together and ask everyone to just stop for 7 minutes and put our energy toward peace in the world. Good morning, Prachetta. Thank you for being here, and Prachir and Goofy. Auntie Jean, I could use a few prayers too, please, family. I can also, we'll put you in the grid, Darlene, if you would like. Darlene, we have 2 grids for our family. We have our Blue Jean up in Vermont, and then we have Auntie Jean in Texas, and both of them run a grid with all these names in it that are on our prayer list and any that are added. So if you would like to be placed in that grid for energy healing and prayers every day, we certainly are willing to do that. All right, so let me get the prayer list going here. And remember, as I said, every one of these names are people that you have placed there. You put them into this prayer list. This has been concocted over, I think, a couple of years now. And so we revise it. If there's any updates, please let us know that. And thank you, Deirdre, for putting the link to the 10millionforworldpeace.org. That is our website. All right. I was going to see if there was anything else. I think that's it. Okay. So here we go. All right, so let me know if you can hear me as I read the names. If you can still hear me with the list up on the screen, that's what I need to know. And hello, Lillian. Yes, ma'am, you are on our prayer list. And Robin, yes, Adam and Brian are there for travel prayers. Oh, the prayer list started in Vermont. That's right, Blue Jean, and that's been a couple of years. Yeah. Okay, so you can hear me. Thank you, Kathleen. All right, so we pray for all the peace for peace. That's all of us, this big, beautiful spiritual family that we are. And for peace on earth, for attention to human trafficking, and for save someone's child. That is our mission, bringing more education about human trafficking, and also for parents of addicted children through our mission called Grace. Prachetta, Prachiri Goofy, Aunt Mina and Neil, Navriti, Jasmine and family, Abha, Billy and Tim is getting ready to undergo surgery on his legs, and it's going to be a big surgery, so please keep lifting him up. Sheila and Kevin and their family, Gary, Loretta and Cecil and family, Nola, Joanne Castrillo, her husband John, and their family, daughter Jackie and grandson little Eris, Elaine, Deirdre, praying for complete healing for your eyes, Deirdre, praying for your daughter Danya and Thump, and your sister Steph and husband Bob, Adriel, Joni, and son John, Carl, and Viola, Tia Fernetti, Nikki, Suzanne Millard and her family, Jacob, Marietta and Ed, Raquel and Claude's family, Leo Harley and all of your family, Lakshmi, Ken, Jebby, Jim and his son, Ryan, Ricky's family and friends, especially our Queen Josephine. So glad you're with us today, Josie. Tom and Mary, Tammy Williams, Meg and Jim Loriot, Jean and Ron Loriot, and the whole Loriot family, Mary Lou Burdick and her family, Catherine and Michael Kovacs and the family, Roslyn Good Vibes, Sally and Tony and Rose De La Rosa, Kathy and Bob Hand, their children Colin and Marlene, and Bo and Candy Hand, Michael, Patty, Sonia, Paul and Marlene, Joe and wife, Pat Moss and all of your family, Becky LaFave and Travis, Erica Hoppy and her family, Corinne, Charlie Coons, and especially his brother Raymond and wife Kathy, Hope Wellington Marshall, we lift you high, Hope, and pray for complete healing and more energy and good health every day. Your children, Zena, Iana, and Montana, and your parents, Winston and Cynthia, Trey Horn, Andrea Gregg, Catherine, Eric, John, Tatiana, Annie and Grayson, Cassandra and Destiny, Luz Orsini and her family, Christine Lewis, Gail and Nick Zimmerman, Jennifer and Micah, Oksana and all of her family. We haven't heard from Oksana in a while, so let's lift her up for whatever's going on. Herb, Caitlin and Aunt Gail, Isabel and Paul and their daughters, Beata and her daughter, Dick Lemieux's family, our sweet Linda. We haven't seen her in a couple of days, so let's lift her up. Her sons and her grandchildren, her friend in Sarasota, Stacy and Josh and their children and grandchildren, and all of their family and friends of her mom, Karen. And they'll be doing a celebration of Karen's life in, I think, a couple of weeks now. Mary Lord, Buster, Wayne, Blue Jean and Dave, and all the fur babies. So much love to you, Blue, and lifting you up for complete healing. Dolly the horse, Chance the horse, Lindsay, Aunt Inga, Rose Sermon, Gary McCorkle, Brookie and your family, Dylan and sweet baby Max, and remembering your sweet mom who's in spirit, Girardi's, Jeanette and Ernie, Sean, Lillian and all of your family, Kathleen Caputo, complete healing of those eyes, baby Wyatt and family, baby Haven and family, baby Devine, Kat, Steve, Candy and Pastor Bruce, the Deerfield Valley, Captain Corey's mom Pixie and her family, Alba, Dottie and Don, Grace Isis, Gracie getting ready to travel to be with her sisters and her family in Kenya and celebrate her father's life. And let's remember our Gracie. Raymond, Darren Walker, Arthur Thompson, Karen Palmer and her family, Vicki King, Elaine Armstrong, Elena, Marianne, Henrik and Lorraine and John, Tammy Fisk, her daughter and sister and her grandson CJ, Lori, Kelly, Rochelle Martinez and Mom Rose, Stephen, Catherine, Ruth Anderson and her family, and Ruth is here with me right now. She's upstairs, but she's here in the same place. Her daughter Lainey and her sister-in-law Sharon, Jeannie's friends and family and her sister Merle, the area of Boulder, Colorado, still doing some rebuilding after a few years when the homes were destroyed. Deb Goldberg and her family, Michelle, Crystal and Dean Nobles and family, Laura Hill, Julia Osborne, Sharon Rhea and her family, Sherry Gatewood and her brother-in-law, Hanaya Hummingbird, Tammy Hill, Phil B., Lynn Gallagher, Terry Wilderman and her father, and I believe her father has taken a turn for the worst, was the last I heard. Mary Crincoli and her friends, Irene and Eduardo, Eddie Quills, Michael Murdoch, Jessica, Fidel, Camilla and Nick, Lynn Andriazzi, Frank, Albie, Viola, Kenneth, Bobby, Mansi, Kamal, Maddie, Akil and the Pakistan Orphans, Yuri, Scott, Letitia, Mary, Joseph, James, Drake, Alicia Burns, Pam Dite, Kimberly, Ellen, Sue Seekoff and Richard, Terry Gilstad, Chiara, Marissa, Allie, Bree, Claudia, Marianne Pish, Cassandra and Danny Gary, Lenny, John Thaddeus Fiore, Kuka Carney and her family, Sharon Boyle and Zoe, Carol Fisher, Deborah, Violet, Walter, Brookies, Aunt Jeannie, Sue and grandchildren, Carrie's niece Laura, Maggie's mom, Bradley Capone, Andy, Amanda Summer, Robert Dosa, Miles and Sarah, Debbie Carol Hawks, Carl, Chris Blake, Dante, Jerry, Kaylee, Trevor Jordan, Richard Weber, Charlotte Abrahams, Michelle Landers and her family, Kagan and Wyatt Linder, Barbara Kaufman McGillicuddy, Joanne McCann New, Whitney, Jude Dalton, Karen Gibbons and daughter, Matt, James Schultz family, Julie Kiss and Cynthia, Linda Kiss, Courtney, Lucinda, Ryan, M, Pat, Sophia, Aaron Parker, Angelica Campamans, Peggy, Claire, Carrie Klingon Butcher and her family, Brian Hughes, Pat O'Connor, Zoe Charles, Erica Fagels, Yolanda, Sylvie Barnes, Robin Waters Dykes and your mom Jewel, Joey, Terry, Joanne and Leo, Sam, Matt, Charles and Nita, Yusha, Nancy Berdowski, EC, Terry Newman, Jen and Norm, Keith, Joe H., Ollie the Cat, Marisol Soto, Cassie, Deborah, Tyler, Chad Ehlers and daughter Mia, Dick Waters, Milton Carbajal, Tomaz Diaz, Cameron, Boris Zoffman, Jacqueline Carbajal and David Reiger, Sylvie Barnes, Ald Barnes, Gunn Ellen Sundahl, Vita Hammond, Maria Mitchinson Higman Simpson, Lisa Jo Davis, Jordan, Lydia, Benedita, Rebecca Stewart Rickardson, Matt, Anjali, Paula, David Brett, the Rowland family, Colleen, Dylan Hickson, Richard Barnes, Cole Grayson, Joe Briscoe's family and friends, Robert Wallington's family, and especially his sons Ben and Joe, JT, Francis, Shauna, Danielle Riverin and family, Annie's Aunt Carol, Chris and Natika, Elise, Carol, Pam, Christine and Ed, Charlie, Isaac, Jonathan and Eddie, Barbara and Diane, Kim, Peter and Catherine DeSanti, Mary Jane in Vermont, Carol Caruso, Val Meyer, Tasha, Jocelyn, Linda Kraft and family, Eric and John, Darlene Ose, Paul G., Liam G., Pam, Mavan and Vanya, Daniel McGraw, Rebecca Sherman, Joe Ketterer, Gabrielle, Ina, Joanne's mom in North Carolina, Donna, Courtney, Nancy, Tammy Greco's family, Bailey, Jacob, Mary, Brian, Lily the puppy, Wilbert and Cindy, who are Grayson's grandparents, Ron Mason, Debbie Forrester, the Vega family, Laura, Lisa Capola Matroni, Bobby, Elaine, Shiraz, Sharu, Sandy, Terry Funk's family and friends, Wyndham Lawrence's family, Adil, Laura, Evelyn Smith, Beatrice, Amina, Israel, and all of the areas in the Middle East and anywhere where there's conflict going on in our world. The immigrants in El Paso and New York and anywhere they are being abused. Ashley Miller, Ellen Swilly family, Brother Wayne Redden's family, Alina, Susanna, Lana, Tom Freeney and wife Linda, Grace Anna, Kim Coles Ventnor, Linda Lemieux's nephew Kobe, Shoshana Sabring, Ilana, Stephen, Keith, Uncle Tony, LP, Adam Holmes, Bob Smith, Chris, Christina and Clint, Janine, and I think that was the end of the list. So any that are not on there, I will go through and make sure they're on. Speak clearly. Please speak to me clearly, Lord. Open my ears to hear your voice. Open my heart to commune with you more deeply. I want to feel your loving embrace. Open the doors that need to be opened and close the doors that need to be closed. What a beautiful prayer for us to remember and say this prayer all together. Lord, make me an instrument of your peace. Where there is hatred, let me sow love. Where there is injury, pardon. Where there is doubt, faith. Where there is despair, hope. Where there is darkness, light. And where there is sadness, joy. I pray for each one that's on this prayer list, for each one that's here today. Blessings to you, your family, your loved ones. We lift you up for your prayers to be seen and answered for the best and highest good of all. And we give gratitude and love to each other, to our Creator. This is a beautiful, beautiful family. Thank you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for your love. And let's do that. Let's love on each other. And we do it with these words. Thank you. I love you. Thank you for listening to the prayers. It's so important that we keep all of these in our hearts. And one day out of the week, we revisit it. We see if we need to do any changes, updates, add any onto the list, and take any off. So thank you for hanging in there as we revisit it every Wednesday. That's our goal, is to have that gone over every Wednesday. And thank you, Isabel. Prayers for all in need today. And our Deirdre leads the way with thank you. I love you all. And let's see if Leo will sing to us.
Morning, Earthlings! It's time to get up and get ready because today's the perfect day to have a great day.
Come on. If you didn't read the blog yesterday, you need to read it and then send Kathleen some beautiful love.
Morning Cuppa full of joy every day. Just start the day on a high vibe, we call the AAA. Morning Cuppa full of joy with all the peas and the pod.
I miss you, Joanne. I wish you were here with me. Oh, hello, sweet Gizmo. I love you. But full of joy. Oh, Lily, I'm in Florida right now. Oh, sweet Joanne, I'm sending you a hug. And I think Joanne, isn't tonight the class at your day spa? It's a class about auras. If you're in South Florida and you're hearing this, get in touch with the Wellness Studio in Plantation because it's a beautiful offering that's going on right now at 7 p.m. tonight, Eastern Time. There will be a teacher talking about the auras. Thank you, Lillian. We love you so much. Brookie. Oh, we got all the gang coming in. Gizmo, Blue Cat, Wissy Bee, and Lulu was already there. Accept, align, allow. Morning Cuppa full of joy every day. Just start the day on the high vibe we call the AAA. Morning Cuppa full of joy. Thank you for singing your music, Leo. Such a beautiful message. If you came in late, please go read the blog at angelspeakers.com and get that music to the outside of you. And Deirdre is ready to help Leo at the end of the song. We know what happens, don't we, Deirdre? Woo! Thank you, Leo. And thank you, everyone, for coming in today on this wonderful Wednesday. Stay in your heart. Stay blessed. Let that music flow from inside of you, whatever that looks like, whether it's words, a smile, a warm hug. Just get it out, whatever it might be. Come join us today at 1 o'clock. Marbeth will be there. I probably will not be. I'm thinking we're going to go out manatee hunting today. And oh, thank you, Kathleen. Yes, such beautiful creativity from our Leo. So 1 o'clock, the meditation starts at 1:11 p.m. Eastern Time. And you can find it here at Angel Speakers, or you can find it at the Facebook group, 10 Million for World Peace. And we're also on YouTube. So take good care, everyone. Keep that love flowing. Keep sending it to each other and just sharing your beautiful, beautiful self. I love you. Namaste, y'all. I will see you later. Bye, everyone.